Hey everybody, Rob573 here with another, what I would call a mini project. Now this one was pretty simple to do since it was already put together and kind of already built to do its purpose. What I have is, this one is called the OptiUPS. It is, UPS stands for United Postal Service. Sure, uninterruptible power supply. These are what you use to connect your computers, printers, stuff like that. In the event of a power outage, this little box will keep you running long enough to safely shut down. It's not meant to keep you running full time, just long enough to keep you, or let you to safely shut down your unit to prevent any data loss or damage. Now, I had 4 of this exact same identical unit. I salvaged them from a college who I guess just didn't have a use for them or had better ones and threw the old ones away. So ultimately I had 4 of these. Now I played around with a few of them. One of them turned out really well. It got me through a lot, had its use, and I eventually got rid of 3 of them. And I'm down to 1. So what I have here is what I've been wanting to do the whole time with it. Is this. Alright, I'll just give you a little look at it. Yes, I got my stickers on here. It's what I like to do. I worked for an electric place, so I got stickers and connectors and all kinds of stuff like that too. So, my electrical toolbox is full. From the front, basic control here. It says AC mode, battery fault. You never want to see that battery fault come on. Never does it ever. Test, on, off, silence, switch. Just a little push button. That's all it does. In the back is where it starts to get interesting. And I'll go into what all I did to it. On this side here is what I would call just a regular, like a 3-plug surge strip. When you plug this into the wall, you plug something into here, it runs straight off the wall only. No backup or anything, it just runs straight to the wall. These down here are for your bricks. And this side here is where it gets interesting. This side here runs off of AC power when you have it. When the AC power shuts off, it immediately switches from AC to DC, battery backup. And I mean, it does it like that. You hear a little click, and your stuff keeps running long enough for you to shut it off, like I said. Now, what I've done to this unit is I've taken out the phone jack protection here. It had some kind of a phone input output, probably for like your modem or fax machine, to protect it from lightning strikes or whatnot. This remote port here had a serial connector so that you could connect it to a computer, see where your battery's at, what kind of power you're drawing, what kind of time you got left, all that. I ended up having to take this out because I had to move the board back in it to make room for my other plug-in, which I'll show you here in a second. Yes, this switch here was not designed to be here. I put that there. It just happened to fit perfectly into that spot there. So it works. You got your computer style plug-in here, which does have a fuse on this side. On the inside, if you lift this part out, there's a little, bus fuse in there. All that works fine. When it's plugged in, it charges an internal battery to 13.8 volts, which is a typical float value. What I have done to this unit is put stickers on it. Alright, really what I did was this switch controls something I would think is, even more useful if you're not setting this behind a desk somewhere, if you want to use this out somewhere else like I did. Got a DC jack here for your car input output. It does not light a cigarette lighter, but that's okay. In normal use, this will put out DC power as long as, or also with 2 USB outlets. You know, pretty standard stuff. Almost everything these days has USB on it. So, when there's a battery in here and it's plugged in or not, these can be turned on through this switch right here. Now, to show it a little bit in action, I'm not going to plug it up to the AC, though I have noticed one thing with this particular unit. It does not like to come on at all unless it senses DC power. I don't know if that's a flaw in this particular box or this entire brand or model of box. This is just how it works. It seems to not work at all unless you have either a battery or some kind of DC input, and it works fine. So what I'm going to do here is a little short test, you know, just for, you know, kicks and grins. What I got here is a little carport to carport plug-in here for, you know, you're supposed to be able to jump start a car with it, but I probably wouldn't do that. What I am going to do with it is this, because this seems more practical. Got it hooked up to a little DC tester, is what I call it. It's just a little brick, doesn't put out much power, 12 volt DC. Hooked up to that just for testing purposes. Take this, plug it into there, and you'll notice right away that the little blue light comes on because this is, you know, this plug is actually in the same unit. It's one thing, so it's wired together. So if I plug this into here, it's just going to come on, which is cool. You can use that right off the bat. But also, say I want to use this in a car, this thing itself does not have a cord like this coming out of it. What I can do is take this, plug it in here like this, take that in, plug it into a car, and I can use this as a mobile inverter, sorta. This stupid thing has like a 15-minute timer built in that can't be changed. So it's basically only good for like lighting or small fan or something. That's just on the AC output side. Anyways, it's plugged in. You see the light come on. I'm not going to plug anything in there to show you. Just take my word for it. It works. What I can do now, okay, push this button here. Nothing, right? Nothing. Turn the switch on, click, comes on. All right, now it's actually feeding DC power into it. I can turn this on. Now it senses that it's on battery mode. I could plug something into the back of here, run it, and also charge the battery that's inside of it. If I'm running this off a car, or the other way around, I can take power from this and send it somewhere else if I need it. When I'm done, turn the power off, unit shuts off. That will stay on no matter what if it's plugged in here. And that's pretty much it. That's a mini side project to what I showed you guys yesterday, what all this can do. My main supply here. So that's about it. That's what I got so far. Keeps me entertained. It works, does what I want it to, and it's really all about matters to me. So for now, I don't have a battery in it. I'm storing the cord and stuff inside of it for later, and this is going to end up getting a bigger battery than what will fit in that, so I will have to cut some of that here, do away with this plate, and should work just fine because I worked in my other unit, no problem, because I like to use the same battery that's in here, which is bigger than what that was designed to take, so I have to modify it a little more. Otherwise, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like. That's it. Have a great day.